Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my beautiful hot messes. My name is Mistress Lavender, also known as the Phenom Dictator, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I read. Today I'm reading The Happiness Advantage by Sean. I'm on page 25. Let's begin. Change is possible. A behavioral riddle. You are in a cage behind bars. The bars are made of titanium and your cage is small. To survive, you must consume 240 tiny pellets of food every hour. The pellets are provided to you, but unfortunately, you are located in very small holes outside of your cage. But unfortunately, are located in very small holes inside of your cage. So the process of reaching through the bars or actually grabbing a pellet initially takes you 30 seconds per pellet. If you can't learn to complete the task faster, you will only consume half the amount of nutrition you need and will eventually starve. What do you do? The answer: expand the part of your brain in charge of this task so you can become faster at retrieving pellets. Impossible, right? Well, not so fast. The riddle is, in fact, based upon a famous study from the field of neuroscience. Only the subjects in the experience only the subjects in this experiment were not humans, but squirrel monkeys. After 500 tries, the monkeys had become very adept at retrieving the pellets, even as the size of the hole continually decreased. So, even though the task became harder, through practice they began to master it, like a young piano student who learned to master a scale. Intuitively, that makes sense. We've all heard the saying, practice makes perfect. My hair. But where it gets really interesting is when researchers looked at what was happening in the monkeys' brains as they got faster and faster at retrieving the pellets. Using strategically placed electrodes, researchers were able to establish the areas of the brain that showed activity when a monkey was first faced with this conundrum. Then they tracked their brain function as the monkeys reached for the pellets over and over. When the researchers looked at the brain scans at the end of the experiment, they found that the amount of cortical area being activated by the task had increased several times over. In other words, through more practice, each monkey had literally expanded the section of its brain necessary for accomplishing this task, and not over countless generations through the process of evolution, but over the course of one experiment conducted over just a few months. Great, you might say, for squirrel monkeys, but for the most part, we don't hire monkeys in our organizations, at least not on purpose. But recent advances in neuroscience have proven that this process works identi- identically in humans. A short course in neuroplasty. I'm wired to be unhappy. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Some people are just born cynical and will never change. Women are not good at math. I'm just not a funny person. She's a born athlete. Or so goes the established train of thought in our culture. Our potential is biologically fixed. Once our brain reaches maturity, it's pointless to try to change it. Without the ability to make lasting positive change, a book like The Happiness Advantage would be a crucial joke, a nice pat on the back for the already happy and successful among, but useless for the rest. What good is the discovery that happiness fuels success if we can't actually become happier? The belief that we are the belief that we are just our genes in one of the most per, pernicious myths in what? That's a word. Pernicious myths in modern culture. The insidious notion that people come into the world with a fixed set of abilities and that they had and their brains cannot change. The scientific community is partly to blame for this because for decades scientists refused to see what potential for change was staring right in their face. To explain, let me take you back to Africa. Period. I'm gonna stop there though. Page 27. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Again, my name is Mistress Lavender. Thank you so much for joining my reading YouTube. I know I read little, but at least I'm reading though, and I'm gonna look up what pernicious means later, so I'll have the vocab up. But thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on. And again, my name is Mistress Lavender, and thank you for allowing me to read. Bye. See you later.